Welcome to Preparing for Royalty. I'm your host, Devin Everytime Walls, and I'm the creator of this new TV show that takes performing artists on a journey to their destinies by giving them the success stories of prominent business figures to create music, poetry, dance, and comedy about. The content produced from this model will be distributed on the digital marketplace, as well as open up opportunities for endorsements both to the artist directly as well as to the corporation responsible for keeping the show in production. Keeping Preparing for Royalty available to our performing artists worldwide is a cause we believe 100% of our subscribers, listeners, viewers, and streamers would hold more than near and dear to their hearts. So to make a donation, an endorsement, or to download the content you hear on today, please visit www.preparingforroyalty.com. And always know, your participation will be royally appreciated.
Every time.
We tell success stories of people who made it in business. We showing the test, but life provide the quizzes. If you want to win, then you better not miss this. Cause what school don't teach you is when it get real is intact. We all soft enough to die, who hard enough to fight until it's time. I want you bad enough to search between the lines. Cause folks that can't talk and still alive, they ain't real inside their mind with no resistance. It's impossible to shine. Can I get my generation on their feet? Taking no type of defeat.
Every time.
Welcome to Family Real Estate Solutions, where there's no I in family. We are a one-stop shop for many of your real estate needs. Looking to sell your unwanted home fast? We'll make an all-cash offer on the spot and close within 30 days, no hassle. Or maybe you're looking to buy an investment property. We offer many at below wholesale prices. We also offer mobile notary services, home inspections, and many other services for your real estate needs. Feel free to browse our site and contact us anytime. Got questions? Call or text us at 618-531-2266.
We're going to start today's journey off by hearing the reason why no one should have an excuse as to why they can't write a business plan. Because I personally know someone that wrote 52 of them in 1 year. Could all those plans be the reason why this innovator has a filming studio that also has a radio station, a recording studio, multiple boardrooms, and oh yeah, an enormous concert space? We're going to talk to Brian Lund, one of the founders of St. Louis's very own Medici Media Space. But first, we're going to hear a poem that illustrates the Medici experience from the mind of Makeda.
The media age is upon us, and you might need help with your construct. Whether it's broadcasting, meeting, or film development, bring your business to Medici and we'll help you take care of it. Fine-tuning your ideas in our boardrooms or listening to yourself in the sound booth, we have your answers. Just ask the questions. We're very different from what you're expecting.
Hello everyone, my name is Devin Walls, the host of Preparing for Royalty, and I'm here with Brian Lund, the owner of Medici Media Space. How are you doing today, Mr. Lund?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you.
Awesome. And I chose you to be the forerunner of my first episode because it's called the launch test. And basically the launch test is about those the grunt work that you have to put in up front in order to have a successful business that virtually is operated by referrals that come through little to no effort because of how well the business is organized. And we'll get into more about what a successful launch is later as we get into Brian's story. Could you tell us how you came up with the concept for Medici Media Space?
Well, it took a few years to get it all put together, and we're still ironing out all the details, but the quick story is that I started my career in banking and worked for my father for a number of years, and I just got bored with what I was doing and thought there was a lot more out there and started to think up of new business concepts, new ideas, and other things I'd rather be doing than sitting in an office doing loans or new accounts. And I was at the point where I just didn't really feel like banking was my calling. went to my wife and asked her permission to take some time off and really explore what the next step would be. So I actually I gave myself a challenge called the Top 50 Challenge, and I spent 50 weeks putting together a business plan every week for essentially a year. And at the same time, I put together a platform called Top 50 STL, which was all about spreading positivity around the city, and I highlighted the top 50 positive stories about St. Louis at the time. I used that platform to really go out and network with folks, tell them about my ideas, figure out what it was that other people's passions were and what drove them to get going in life. And so out of that, I ended up meeting my partner, Josh Levy, and he and I started getting together and exploring where we really lined up well and could create something together. We found a good match with one another, and he had this great space that we could turn into something new and combine the space, his history in owning a media company, and especially his history in running large companies, and then my desire to start new ones. And we developed the model of Medici Media Space, which is a collaborative group, a great community, lots of people coming together to make things happen.
So I just wanted to find out about the first couple of people that decided to be members here. How did you get their interest, and just tell me a little bit about that story.
So what I did was I went into my LinkedIn profiles and I started looking around the different business relationships that I had, and people I'd met, people I've known for a long time, and people that I thought would be fun to work together. And I reached out to a group of people and said, I've got this idea to put a collaborative group of people together and we all work in the same space. And it took a little bit of convincing, but we got a good group together to meet on Monday morning, and we came together and strategized a lot of different things that we could do, and the way that this new enterprise would kind of work and organize. We probably had 15, 20 people. Most of them I knew personally.
Mm-hmm.
My partner had also brought in a couple of people that he knew, and we just got started. We got started seeing where our synergies were with the other people, whether we liked being around them, and we spent about a month trialing the concept and really just exploring a group of people together before we asked anybody to join as an actual member. By the time we had spent a month together with that group of people, we started liking what we were doing, and we had about a dozen people in the first membership group.
That's awesome. Can we talk about some of the projects that are going on here, like some of the specific people and stuff? Is that okay?
Of course.
When I think about people like Deverick and Theo,
Mm-hmm.
and I realize how awesome they treat me and you and each other. How did that work out that people are just so, they work well together so well?
It's not easy. It is easy because we know exactly what we're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not easy to come up with the right kind of profile.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we have a set of 10 core values, and it's essentially whittles down to good people. You know a good person when you see them.
Yeah.
And if we continually surround ourselves with good people, then it just kind of radiates from everyone else. And I think the warmth that you receive in the community,
Mm-hmm.
from all the members, it's something that we monitor, and we make sure that we've got the right people around so that it's just a natural fit.
Yeah. So can I ask what you thought about me when you first met me?
It was, I loved it. It cracked me up because you came in and you were talking more about an energy company, which I know nothing about.
Right.
And I wasn't quite sure what to make about that business proposal, because you had some information about the business, and I thought, this is just, it's not something that I'm interested in or well suited to gauge.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite part was that you were getting a lot of attention because of the song that you had written and performed, and we got treated to an impromptu performance by you on the spot, and it was incredible. And what I loved about you is that you were fearless in the fact that we had never met. You said, I believe, internally I think you said, I believe in my talent, and if I show these gentlemen my talent, then something special will happen. I think that's exactly what happened.
So hard!
In southern Illinois, seem like the powers that be straight be hating on our folk. They robbing from us through the power bill industry, literally taking what's ours, yo. The price of the power they using is pennies, compare it to highway robbery. So I come here to level the field with no home field advantage, emerging from poverty. And my company growth meteoric, my flow metaphoric, so they can't ignore it. Plus I'm coming so hard from the start that it ain't hard to see. Dionne Warwick, I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid back. My tie double Windsor, my words never censor, my Chrysler 300 is laid back. Suited up from the shoes to the neck, I was bouncing on my toes in a boardroom meeting with the deal. Everybody on my board getting checks, I don't sell kilowatts, just got a better way to pay your bill. For real, you need a light bill doctor because it cannot be cured with pills. And as a run my diagnosis, let me get your account information from you, I'ma get you healed. 10 digits, name, address, race on, email and the number you get paid on. I'ma reach you if I have to use a payphone, just to find you I'll probably throw the J's on. We all good like to smell good, I sprayed on, put that on the color orange, I don't gotta stay long. Get you locked in with the price you can bank on your way to Bible study, you can get your thanks on. And then I'ma get my praise on, even when the home field advantage still made known. That the power company will have to put their brakes on. Told you that the system was about to get shaked on. Truth on the beat playing, can you hear it? $50 gift cards wouldn't get near it. Gon' drop they request when they clear it. Kilowatt price slain in the spirit. On as soon as we show up, need your phone number to blow up. People's going hard as before, but only dollar signs that we throw up. I stay on they turf with my arm in the air, and I'm screaming they prices ain't fair. And I'm doing my dance in the street with church shoes on my feet, so police they ain't care. Every time that we show up, now they always wanna be close up, but we ain't trying to be famous. We just finna change the world 'cause we grown up. I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid back. My tie double Windsor, my words never censor, my Chrysler 300 is laid back. I'm teaching my people to divide the power charges by the kilowatt hour. And if they get more than .054, then that mean that ain't better than ours. They come in our hood and they run up our bills while they give away gift card for switching 115. I'm still out, I ain't scared of no fire, don't play in my kitchen. My mission is going so hard, I take care of my children's as children. And they children's as children's as children's as children's as children's as children. Bring that beat back while I roll, let them know Harvey Jones is my granddad. Hear me good, the reason that I put his name in conversation, I'm the best if they say who's that, bout 7 foot. Never been mistook, never been no crook. Got my haters shook, read that holy book. Keep a wife that cook, king, queen, rook. Smarter than you look, hop out big boy truck. G'd up, put the sleeves up, gotta keep up, better read up. We about to heat up, customers put your feet up. From the street up, other companies leap up, get swept up. All my business is tremendous, I'm out in the trenches with Christians with pensions. People that don't pay attention, I give them detentions and bounce like suspension. On as soon as we show up, need your phone number to blow up. People's going hard as before, but only dollar signs that we throw up. I stay on they turf with my arm in the air, and I'm screaming they prices ain't fair. And I'm doing my dance in the street with church shoes on my feet, so police they ain't care. Every time that we show up, now they always wanna be close up, but we ain't trying to be famous. We just finna change the world 'cause we grown up. I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid back.
So I think you had the cojones to perform on the spot, show off your talent, and I really saw something special in that. And so
Thanks a lot.
It was a great Medici moment because you never know what's going to happen. And when you have a talented artist come in and perform on the spot, that's just another day of Medici. It's fantastic.
Awesome. So we have different things going on here, like a set that's being built, or just the ability to use things in our environment to create, a setup that would look similar to a Jay Leno, a medical office, or maybe even a church scene, or some so on and so forth. So that really can attract people that have great visions that just don't know how they're going to actually pull them off. Like myself, I said, hey, can I give you my money and start filming my TV show today? It was kind of like, that's not how it works, but we want to get to know you, but yeah, you can do it.
We did, and that's, you came in raring to go, and that evening you wanted to film, and I think we would have allowed that to happen because you seem, first impression, seemed like a good guy, but it's not really our model just to kind of let it happen immediately. We like to take our time, we like to get to know everybody, we really want to develop a community, and I don't think you can establish a community without deeper relationships until you take the time to sit down with folks and really get to know them and have a little history between two people. And if you're in an office space where people are walking past each other and they never say 2 words to one another, that's just not where I want to work. And so it's we're trying to establish a true community where people really enjoy being around one another.
Well, there you have it. If you put your mind to it, and I'm going to go ahead and say take action, then anything can happen. And just like Brian did it, you can do it too. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
Every time.
St. Louis, Midwest. So hard! In southern Illinois, seem like the powers that be straight be hating on our folk. They robbing from us through the power bill industry, literally taking what's ours, yo. The price of the power they using is pennies, compare it to highway robbery. So I come here to level the field with no home field advantage, emerging from poverty. And my company growth meteoric, my flow metaphoric, so they can't ignore it. Plus I'm coming so hard from the start that it ain't hard to see. Dionne Warwick, I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid back. My tie double Windsor, my words never censor, my Chrysler 300 is laid back. Suited up from the shoes to the neck, I was bouncing on my toes in a boardroom meeting with the deal. Everybody on my board getting checks, I don't sell kilowatts, just got a better way to pay your bill. For real, you need a light bill doctor because it cannot be cured with pills. And as a run my diagnosis, let me get your account information from you, I'ma get you healed. 10 digits, name, address, raise on, email and the number you get paid on. I'ma reach you if I have to use a payphone. Just to find you, I'll probably throw the J's on. We all good like the smell good, I sprayed on. Put that on the color orange, I don't gotta stay long. Get you locked in with the price you can bank on. On your way to Bible study, you can get your thanks on. And then I'ma get my praise on. Even when the home field advantage still made known, that the power company will have to put their brakes on. Told you that the system was about to get shaked on. Truth on the beat playing, can you hear it? $50 gift cards wouldn't get near it. Gon' drop they request when they clear it. Kilowatt price slain in the spirit. On as soon as we show up, need your phone number to blow up. We was going hard as before, but only dollar signs that we throw up. I stay on they turf with my arm in the air, and I'm screaming they prices ain't fair. And I'm doing my dance in the street with church shoes on my feet, so police they ain't care. Every time that we show up, now they always wanna be close up. But we ain't trying to be famous, we just finna change the world cause we grown up. I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid back. My tie double Windsor, my words never censor, my Chrysler 300 is laid back. I'm teaching my people to divide the power charges by the kilowatt hour. And if they get more than 0.054, then that mean that ain't better than ours. They come in our hood and they run up our bills while they give away gift card for switching 115. I'm still out, I ain't scared of no fire, don't play in my kitchen. My ambition is going so hard, I take care of my children's as children. And they children's as children's as children's as children's as children's as children. Bring that beat back while I roll, let them know Harvey Jones is my granddad. Hear me good, the reason that I put his name in conversation, I'm the best if they say who's that, bout 7 foot. Never been mistook, never been no crook. Got my haters shook, read that holy book. Keep a wife that cook, king, queen, rook. Smarter than you look, hop out big boy truck. G'd up with the sleeves up, gotta keep up, better read up. We about to heat up, customers put your feet up. From the street up, other companies leap up, get swept up. All my business is tremendous, I'm out in the trenches with Christians with pensions. People that don't pay attention, I give them detentions and bounce like suspension. On as soon as we show up, need your phone number to blow up. We was going hard as before, but only dollar signs that we throw up. I stay on they turf with my arm in the air, and I'm screaming they prices ain't fair. And I'm doing my dance in the street with church shoes on my feet, so police they ain't care. Every time that we show up, now they always wanna be close up. But we ain't trying to be famous, we just finna change the world cause we grown up. I'm rocking church clothes in the hood, telling power consumers it's time to get paid.